Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who all are absent? Reina, Sana, Amal, then Vishma, right? Four of them. Okay. Any doubt till now? Only problem is you have to revise and keep on revising. Otherwise, you lose track. Now, Ashish, switch on the video. So till now we were studying about psychometric approaches towards intelligence. So all those theories that we learned, it comes under the psychometric approach towards intelligence, or it can be called as structural approach. And what was special about structural approach? Intelligence was considered as an uh,
Aggregates of abilities.
aggregate of abilities, which means a combination of abilities. Okay, so and also one more thing was there, it is represented in terms of one single index. So which means the level 1 and level 2, a combination of level 1 and level 2 is the intelligence. That's what Jensen said. Then Guilford said that it is a combination of operations, contents and what all are there in the products. Yes. In two-factor theory, Spearman said that it is a combination, intelligence is a combination of, or it's a mix of
G factor and S factor.
G factor and S factor. And Arpua, Alfred Binet, he told that only one factor is there. So ultimately, it comes down to one single index in all these theories. But in the coming theories, which are known as what types of approach? Information processing approach. And they are the theory of multiple intelligences by Howard Gardner. Then we have triarchic theory of intelligence by Robert Sternberg, and the PASS model. PASS model by Das, Naglieri, and Kirby. Okay, they are the three types of theories. Yeah, that's it. Only three are there. Now, theory of multiple intelligence. We'll start with that, and that's quite similar to the theory of primary mental abilities (PMA) by Lewis Thurston. The 7 PMA, primary mental abilities. Now, I want you all to pick up one intelligence each from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are there in total. Pick up whichever one you like and then read on that. Elvina, which one do you want?
Bodily kinesthetic.
Bodily kinesthetic. Okay. Meghna.
Musical.
Musical. Ashish. You can start reading. Others, those who have chosen, can start reading. Ashish, choose one.
Logical, mathematical.
Mathematical. Logical, mathematical. Aishwarya.
Spatial.
Spatial. Mehak.
Naturalistic.
Naturalistic. Yes. Amal Raj, just pick any one of those intelligences. Now the ones left are linguistic, interpersonal, intrapersonal. Choose any one among them.
Interpersonal.
Interpersonal. Okay. Tishma.
Linguistic.
Linguistic. Okay. So I'll choose intrapersonal. Now everybody read on that 5 minutes. Amal, read on whichever topic you selected. you should be able to explain that particular intelligence to me. That's why I told you to read, not simply. Okay. Finished? If you finish, tell me. Raina is here. Raina, take page number 7. We started the theory of multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner, and you are supposed to read intrapersonal, the second last one, and then read and understand it. Just tell me whatever you understood about it. That's it. These guys have selected their own topic. Since you came last, you get intrapersonal. That's the only one left. Can you hear something? Can you hear? Yes or no? Did you hear something? Any music? No. No? Right. Now? No. No. Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, fine. Those who finished, please tell me.
Ma'am, did you really play some music?
Yes.
I think I heard just for a fraction of a second the
What did you hear?
sound.
What sound?
I don't know, it's some sort of sound.
Wait,
Other than you
try once more. No, that's not detected here. It's okay. It's okay. Just read. Have you seen the movie Titanic? Do you know the title song? Do you know the what do you call that? The track in the starting.
Yes.
Just hum that. Don't sing, just hum. Switch off your video if you want. Starting trouble. Come on. Reina, Reina.
Now, if I hum, it will be nice. I'm
Let
sure.
them see. It's our class. Nobody is interfering here. You be yourself.
I don't know correct one, but I know the lyrics.
Lyrics, it's okay. Anything is okay. I'm asking about the tune from the starting.
It's kind of violin, right?
Ah, yes. I tried to play that, but it's not detecting here. Don't sing. No, hum. What is this man? Okay, others finished? No, waiting for they are waiting for you to hum, Raina. Just 2 seconds. Just hum. I just want to get that tune. That's it. Anybody else? What is this people? 1 year or so and still you're shy. Ashish, please. Just hum like tururu, like that. Anything is fine. Ah, come on. Anybody? Ashish, yes. Ashish is getting ready. Unmute, unmute, at least speak. Or if others see the recording, only my sound will be there. Ashish, Reina, anybody? Is there any singers in your class? Elvina smiling. We all are bathroom singers at least, isn't it?
Got that.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
I forgot.
You forgot, but it's okay. Whatever you remember. I just want that tune. That's it. Not the entire song. I'm not sending this for some Grammy award or something. Just sing or hum. That's it. Everybody knows that, right? Yeah. So if you hear that particular tune itself, you can understand that it's title song from which movie? Which movie?
Titanic.
Hmm. Titanic. I thought you'd say Godzilla now. Okay, finish reading. Till this moment, you all were looking at me and sitting. When I asked finish reading, straight away into books. Finished. Okay, so who selected linguistic? Grishma. Yes, come on, tell me what linguistic is. Teach us what linguistic is.
When we say a person has strong linguistic skills, it means that that person can use language fluently and flexibly. They can speak it in a way that others can understand, and that person can understand when other people speak to him in that language. And they are said to be word smart, which means they are they're very particular about even small variations in meanings of words,
Mhm.
and they are usually very articulate, which I think means they pay attention to detail.
Articulate means we are able to use that, manipulate that in different ways. Then
Then they can create linguistic images in their mind.
linguistic images in their minds. Okay, finished.
And poets and authors are very
Poets, writers, and all tend to have high linguistic
linguistic.
intelligence. People who are high in linguistic intelligence, name any two professions. You can write poets, authors, writers, so and so. Did you understand what linguistic intelligence is? It's related to language, related to words. Something similar to this we saw in the last section, that is in PMA. We had one. What was it? Word, word
Fluency.
fluency. Yes, word fluency and verbal comprehension also. That is also uh, kind of coming under this linguistic intelligence. So, according to Howard Gardner, who was the person? Howard Gardner. Howard Gardner says that it is not necessary that a person high in linguistic intelligence is high in the other intelligences. Understood? And who chose the logical mathematical? Ashish. Yeah, come on. Tell us what logical mathematical is. I'll summarize after you all finish, okay?
Logical mathematicals means that the ability to uh, think logically and do that.
Think logically, that's correct. And do what?
Problem solving.
What problems?
Many problems, mathematical problems,
Mathematical problems. Yes, type of intelligence can. They engage in abstract reasoning and can manipulate symbols to solve mathematical problems. Then, who are good in this? Scientists and
Mm, Nobel Prize winners.
Nobel Prize winners are likely to be strong in this component. That is, persons high on this type of intelligence can think logically and critically. So, logical thinking, critical thinking, ability to solve mathematical problems very easily. These are the characteristics of the people high in logical mathematical intelligence. And who are likely to be high in mathematical intelligence and logical intelligence? Of course, scientists, the ISRO people, the NASA people, the astronauts, all those kinds of people are, or they tend to be high in this type of intelligence. Which is the type? Amal Raj, logical? He's stuck. Elvina, what is it? Logical?
Logical, mathematical.
Mathematical. Okay. Now spatial. Who was the one with spatial? Aishwarya. Okay.
So spatial refers to the skills forming mental images and patterns. And this is mainly found in sailors, pilots, artists, sculptors, etc.
Mm.
Those people, especially artists and sculptors,
Mm.
they have to form an image of the finished product before starting the work so that they can complete the work in the way they want.
Mm.
So they have high in spatial intelligence.
Yes. Correct. Now, if I give you a picture, like I take a screenshot of your screen. Just imagine I'm taking a screenshot of the screen that you're seeing now, and I'm asking you, how many of you are there? 9 of you. I'm asking you all to draw exactly the same as seen on the screen. Okay, and give me a percentage of how much similarity will be there with the screenshot and your drawing. I would say mine, not more than 1%. I have very low spatial intelligence. Others, Sana's would be much higher, you know. Yeah, well, so the artists who draw sketches, cartoons, they all tend to have very high spatial intelligence because they can manipulate that object in space, then they can put it into their heads, use that in order to reproduce that in another form, into sketches, into cartoons, into what do you call that? Caricatures, isn't it? Yeah. So they tend to have high spatial intelligence. They can manipulate different objects in space. Similarly, clay modeling. Hmm? Haven't you seen the beautiful sculptures, the statues that people make out of clay, out of different materials? Then what else is their example? Yeah, that's more than, yeah, pilots and sailors and all. Even during sports day, if I throw javelin to this side, it will go to that side. So if I want to throw it to that side, I usually aim this side. Okay, that much poor my spatial intelligence is. I lack very much. The pilots, sailors, and also imagine the problems that the people would face if I was a pilot. Yeah. The pilots need to have high spatial intelligence. They need to know where to go, where to navigate to. The even the sailors in ships, they also need to have this spatial intelligence. Now, who chose musical? Meghna. Okay.
So for musical, the persons who are high on this intelligences, they are very sensitive to rhythm, sounds, and all.
Mm.
For example, songwriters, singers, they are very sensitive to, and they can create new patterns of sound and sing high notes. So, and they can also manipulate the patterns of music.
Yes. So that is also very easy. Even when I told about the tone, you could easily recognize it as a song, isn't it? If you were writing exam and I suddenly play it in the background, you can easily note it, you can easily recognize it. Yes. Then there are some people, when their friends sing, or maybe their cousins or family members, if somebody sings the song in a wrong way, that is with the wrong sangatis, with the wrong ragas, with the wrong pitch and blah blah blah, they tend to correct them. That is because they are very sensitive to each and every note and rhythm in that song. They know it very well. They can easily catch that when the song goes wrong. Haven't you seen the, what was that? In reality shows, judges tell that went there, this went that key was here, this key was there. Yes. Haven't you seen? Yeah, that is because they are high in musical intelligence. They are very sensitive to each and every note in that song. That is musical. Then bodily kinesthetic. Who chose that? Elvina, come on. Did you feel like you shouldn't have chosen? Then.
In bodily kinesthetic, it means that not only the some parts of the body, but the whole using the whole portions of the body. It mainly includes the flexibility, in which mainly the athletes or the gymnasts or especially dancers will mainly have high intelligence on this bodily kinesthetic, which means kinesthetic means movement of the body. So it means main important is body flexibly, which has been mainly used. It has been mainly used by athletes.
Now, athletes, sports persons, dancers, gymnastics, in all these fields, people use that. That is bodily kinesthetic. Kinesthetic sense. Remember, we learned kinesthetic sense. It was related to what was the kinesthetic sense related to?
The sixth sense.
Sixth sense. Vestibular and kinesthetic were there. What was kinesthetic related to? One was related to balance and one was related to the body movements, the positioning of our body parts in relation to the other. Remember? Yeah, that is bodily kinesthetic. Here, yeah, when we take the example of dancers, when we improvise steps, what happens? We change our body in a creative way. We change our or we move our body in different manner, in a flexible manner. Yes, that is bodily kinesthetic intelligence. People high in bodily kinesthetic intelligence can move their body parts and can manipulate their body parts or different positions in a very flexible and in a very creative method. Okay. Yeah, your BTS people. They have which two intelligence? They are high in
Musical and bodily kinesthetic.
musical and bodily kinesthetic intelligence. The next was interpersonal. Who took interpersonal? Interpersonal. Amal. Yes, come on.
Uh, it's a special skill to understand the people's feeling, their behavior,
Mm.
and their motive. In this way, we can create friendship with them.
Mm.
It is mainly used by politicians, religious leaders, social workers, psychologists.
So this is one of the main skills that actually, or main intelligence that a psychologist should have: interpersonal skills or interpersonal intelligence, which means you should be able to understand, realize, or just from small cues, you should be able to catch what the other person is going through, to understand their feelings, their motives, then their behaviors. Yes. Which main method will we use when a client enters the room? I'm repeating this again and again.
Observation.
Yeah, I was expecting the answer from you. Observation. So we observe and we find out. Hmm? Initially, when the person is coming without combing hair, without dressing properly, that is shabbily dressed, then with a very sad expression, in a very disappointed manner, the kajal and all looks very smudged off, as if he or she was, as if he or she was. What would suggest? What would be that suggesting of?
Crying.
Crying. That person might have been crying. Okay. So all these small factors, you should have intelligence to point out or pick up all these small clues from others. This helps to maintain a relationship. So if it is between the client and the psychologist, it is a professional or a therapeutic relationship. Understood? And people who have high this one interpersonal intelligence, they tend to make friends very fast. They tend to have a lot of friends. They tend to mingle with each and every person on the street. Okay. So some people who might have this, yeah, politicians. Haven't you seen, especially during the time of election? They come pick up the child, they wouldn't even know who the father and mother is, and they try to be very friendly. But that is a different way because they have a motive in mind. They want to win the election, that is why. Yeah, there are yet another set of politicians who do it for the benefit of the public, but still. Okay. So did you understand what interpersonal is? Interpersonal is to understand other people's feelings, motives, behaviors, etc. Now, what is intrapersonal, Dana?
It refers to the knowledge of the one's own person, like the strength and limitations, and the ability to do something, personal ability to do something, and they like know their ability what to do, and the examples are philosophers and spiritual leaders.
Spiritual leaders. Specific example can be Buddha. You know Buddha? Gautama Buddha. Yes. He attained what? He attained something starting with E. Enlightenment. Yes. Buddha attained enlightenment. That is because, have you seen, not seen, have you heard of at least some monks or sages who they tend to meditate, they undergo levitation, then they try to find inner peace. Anything happening in their immediate surrounding, even in their immediate surrounding, would not affect them. That is because they know what is happening inside them. They can control what is happening inside them. They actually feel and understand what are their feelings, what are their behaviors, how are they supposed to react, and so and so. Okay, so this is different from interpersonal. We are talking about intrapersonal now. Interpersonal means understanding the motives, feelings, behaviors of other people. Intrapersonal means inside us. Okay, inter means among us. Among us. Okay, inter means among us. Intra means inside us. Got it? Difference? Yes. So the examples are philosophers, spiritual leaders, etc. There. Naturalistic. Come on.
Uh,
Hmm.
it is how we are like aware of our surroundings, like nature and stuff.
Hmm.
Relationship with the
Please be a
nature.
bit louder, dear.
It our relationship with the natural world.
Yes.
And um, it helps us recognize the beauty of different species, like the flora and fauna in the
Flora
world,
and fauna. Yeah.
and then like make specific judgments and etc.
Okay. So it is basically the word itself denotes what that intelligence means. Naturalistic intelligence, which means something related to nature. That is the intelligence related to nature. The capability of a person to understand different species, that is of flora and fauna. Flora means the plant collection, fauna means the animal collection. And the ability to understand each species. There are some people who I have my seventh standard kids. They, not my kids, the students I teach here. They, they tend to speak a lot about the different breeds of fish and dogs. Okay, yeah. They have some amount of a kind of naturalistic intelligence in them. Then I know one person whom usually when we see an eagle, we usually tell there is an eagle. But this person says Brahmini kite because there are different varieties of eagles. Okay. And this person is my uncle. That's another thing. Okay. He's very fond of bird watching. He has a very good collection of photos in his Instagram. Yes. So that is naturalistic intelligence, the ability of people to find out different species, to identify them, to recognize them, to understand more about them, to know a lot of knowledge about them. All those things comes under naturalistic intelligence. Another example is the botanist and zoologist, or the some people who study for ayurvedic medicine. When we go for a walk, they tend to pick up every leaf and plant and then tell this has a medicinal property, this is bad for health, this is good for health, this should be boiled and drank before bed, after bed, all those things, isn't it? So they tend to know all those minute features about the nature, about the things in nature like flora and fauna. Understood? That is naturalistic intelligence. So that comes around linguistic. First one was linguistic, which is related to the language intelligence, the flexibility and creativity in using words. Okay. Then we have logical mathematical. That is logical thinking, critical thinking, ability to solve mathematical problems. Then we have spatial intelligence, which means the ability to manipulate things in space. Then musical intelligence, again, the rhythms and patterns in music. They can easily recognize them, use them. Then bodily kinesthetic is related. If after music comes dance, bodily kinesthetic, the ability to move your body flexibly and in a very creative manner, creatively. Then we have interpersonal, intrapersonal. Interpersonal is related to one another regarding motives, beliefs, behaviors, feelings of other people. Intra is related to one's own feelings, behaviors, one's own strengths, one's own limitations, all those things. Then comes naturalistic, which is related to the nature, ability to identify, understand, recognize things, then use that information for something. Okay. And you have to study all the examples for that. If you know the concept, of course, you'll be able to find out the examples. You just have to know the concept. This is pretty simple, but the challenge is in remembering all the 8. And one more challenge exists because you have learned something already and there will be interference. What interference will occur? I'm not complicating. Proactive or retroactive, either of them will occur because you have learned something earlier similar to this. That is primary mental abilities. Okay. Try to find out mnemonics for this also. Make up a story. Not the first letter technique, but make up a story and study. If you cannot, we'll see. I'll make one. Okay, in the next class we'll I don't know if we'll be able to finish, but still we'll try to finish the other approaches. Triarchic and past model spending. Okay, bye then. Thank you. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Only one person is absent, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you.